Hey witches, I was doing some shopping because I got a little bonus from work. So I was buying some crystals online and I was getting ready to order my daughter a unicorn shaped carved crystal. Wish that crap would quit popping up. But I was trying to choose which crystal I wanted to get that was pink. And I don't know if a lot of you use this crystal, but I wanted to give you some information about it. I use it a lot, and it's why I didn't go straight to the rose quartz one, because that's where I would normally gravitate. But then I saw this and thought, well, let me share that info. So it's really pretty. Sometimes it has a little bit of other colors mixed in with it too. Some browns and tans can be in there, cream color too. But we won't go over all that boring part of what it is made of and stuff and all that, but it means compassion and love. So it's a really gentle and calming and just loving stone. It's wonderful. And this just talks a little bit about sending vibes. Rhodonite is all about putting yourself in a healthy, healing place so you can send loving vibes back out into the world and do your bit for the world at large. And then it says the sister stone, Rhodochrosite, is about sending loving vibes to your soul and taking back space. So that's another one that you can work with too, that's in the same realm about this lovey-dovey stuff. And rose quartz is great too. I use rose quartz all the time. I love it. It's one of my favorite crystals, but this is one of my favorite stones. So it tells us that rhodon is Greek for rose. Beautiful. And then it tells us all the places it comes from. But then this is the part that I wanted to really talk about. These are connected to our heart chakra. And when we're experiencing trauma, having difficulties, being stressed, feeling lonely, overcoming grief is a huge one. And Apache tear, I think it's just tear, is another really good crystal if you lose someone or pet, which is equivalent to a someone to me. Go get yourself both of those. Get your Apache tears, put it in a crystal holder that you can wear around your neck. They're little nets. They're on eBay for like $2. Get one, make sure you get the right size, put it in there, and then get a necklace with this crystal and wear those together all the time. Do whatever you need to do. Put them in your water. They help so much with grief. I'll shut up now. But anyway, and they also help you to have less fear in life and have more compassion. And it says, and true, open-hearted, authentic, and healthy love. That's just so precious. So that's why when I thought of my daughter that I was getting the unicorn for, I kind of wanted to do this one instead of the rose quartz. I still haven't chosen which one. And I also ordered a couple already that I put into my new store. They're not of this crystal, though. They're labradorite, the ones that I have so far. But I will add some more. But anyway, so it tells us that the healing properties, look at those beautiful hearts. It's a perfect stone to have in the shape of a heart. Almost all my rose quartz are in hearts. I don't have any of this in hearts. I have it tumbled, and I have a necklace with like sort of chips. I like the hearts. I'm going to order one in a minute. Anyway, ripe with rich healing energies, those who welcome the rosy glow of rhodonite into their world are sure to feel those walls around the heart space falling down. So, I call it turning to ice, just freezing myself, shutting stuff out. This helps you open back up. And it's important when you're hurt and you lose, to put up those barriers when you need them, but you don't always need them. So this can help you take those down and open up to receive love and great vibes. So it says, talking about the walls of protection, some are healthy boundaries, of course, and some come from blockages or not holding trust in the universe. That's not good. You need to trust the universe. Don't block that out. You can shut out people. You can say, I'm not dating anyone for a year after that jerk off broke my heart, whatever, but you don't want to ever put up a wall between you and your trust for the universe. Imperfect love and perfect trust, always. No matter what happens to you, it is supposed to happen to you for whatever fucked up reason. It's just supposed to. It's the way it goes. You trust the universe. If you don't, you need to go ahead and quit your craft right now and just become completely atheist and not believe in shit if you don't trust the universe. But this can help you with that trust. It's great because it helps build all these things and helps you receive all these things. And with that, takes down the barriers, allowing you to receive. And it says, this is so pretty, with Rhodonite on your side, you can work to bring your heart to a place of purity and elegance to step out on the journey toward your higher truth. Beautiful. Good to add to shadow work too, because when your barriers are down, and you're vulnerable, is definitely when you're doing shadow work. Hopefully other times too, but you can't do true shadow work with those walls up because you ain't looking at shit. There's my countryness coming out for you. But you're not looking at your authentic self if you've got those walls up. You're seeing the version of you that you want to see. That's not what shadow work is for. Shadow work is for who you really are. Who you really fucking are. No matter how scary that may be. But it's all good because we take what's wrong and we do our best to fix it. And it's good to know what's wrong. Better to know than not know, right? I guess in most situations that's true. But it says, anyone who has ever wanted to find the capacity to grow their love and give back to the world, Rhodonite is your center. And I'm going to go off on a tangent for just a second because earlier I actually cried during a commercial. It's the one of that hot guy. He's so cute. That's why I watched the commercial and because of the turtles. But he's driving. It's a car commercial. He's Toyota or some shit. I don't know. But he's driving his truck, SUV, one or the other. I think it's an SUV, like kind of just angled sideways, cleaning up the beach with this thing, like a rake attached to the back of it, the big rake for cleaning the beach and cleaning golf courses and stuff. But he was picking up trash on the beach with that, just driving the car, and then the bag of trash, that he gathered from the beach got to me, and then it shows him watching after the sunset, the sun setting, and the mama turtles come out to lay the eggs, and then it fast forwards to the babies running out to the ocean. And by the end of that commercial, I was in tears, just not like bawling, but emotional anyway these past few months, and that just got me. And I've been so worried about the ocean ever since I saw the red tide, the effects of it. And I have that video on my old channel. I need to add it to this channel, but it's just so sad to look at. But y'all need to see what's happening to the oceans. But anyway, talking about giving back to the world. Clean up. Clean up. Clean up. This summer, a few friends of mine and I are going to be doing this very thing. Hopefully, we'll have the opportunity to go do some stuff, near the coast, at least for a few days. But we're going to be going to certain areas because where I live is sort of a rural, I hate that word, y'all. It's a rural area in the country-ish area, but it's turning into a metropolitan area almost overnight. Like, we've been here for 10 years and we have like 4 or 5 new red lights around us. It's crazy. But there's areas even around where I live that are becoming trashy, and we're going to start picking up near where we live and then find other areas that need that help. But also recycling, getting electric vehicles. Yes, that's what's going to have to happen. Sorry, it is. And just with not wasting anything. Please do your part and check out Fort Ocean. I talked about that in my water video, but y'all know I have to throw that in if I see it talking about giving back to the world. And I had to tell you about the commercial and the adorable turtles and the hot guy. Anyway, the physical healing properties, we know that we cannot ever replace seeing the doctor and taking care of ourselves with sitting a beautiful stone or crystal on that body part. It can help. It can help tremendously, especially with you meditating whilst doing that. But you still need to know what's going on if it's something that is chronic. So please don't think, I can just sit this crystal on my cancer and it'll go away. No, please, God, don't do that. That's terrible. Don't. Just lost my mother to that. Don't go to the doctor. So anyway, crystals can help. So we can use them for physical things too. We love them in our magic. But they do have just, mundane sort of healing properties and other properties too. And that's why most other people, I guess, all other people that use crystals, like my sister, for example, is extremely Christian, hates the fact that I'm a witch. She hates it. She always has. It terrifies the shit out of her just because she used to see some of the things that I would do. I don't do that kind of stuff anymore, but some of the things I did back in the day were highly questionable and highly bad. I know now that were not okay, but she saw that, had a front row seat, and is terrified of me still. And I'm trying to explain to her that I've changed. She doesn't believe me, but she uses crystals. She has almost as many as I do. Okay, as a practicing witch of almost 30 years, this chick's been into crystals for 2 years, maybe 3 at the most. She has probably more crystals than I do. It's insane. She has by her bed an amethyst geode that was like $2,000. It's insane with this chick and these crystals, but that, she's not a witch and uses it for those properties and swears by those crystals. And her salt lamp swears by the spring water that she drinks. I'm like, you're so witchy, you don't even realize it. You just need to come on over to the other side. But then she gets really pissed, so I haven't said that to her again. But you can use these crystals for healing. So when you're using this particular crystal, what you would do is just use it when your energy is feeling drained through anything emotional, whether you have a magical hangover, spell exhaustion, you're overcoming grief, you're stressed out, you just had a crappy day, you had a breakup, you just have depression or whatever. Something emotional has got you stressed out and messing with your vibrations. This stone, the vibrations of this stone soothes your vibrations and can help sort of get you back to normal, just your everyday normal. And then you can add to that normal by working on yourself some more, by focusing on your heart chakra. I would definitely do that, and I have been doing that with other things too, not just this crystal, but building yourself back up after being, beaten down to the ground is important. And even if it's not your lowest low, if you suffer a blow from anything and you recover from that, is to make you stronger. But then why not build on that even further? Take it a step further. Take it 2 steps further. Become a badass, because that's what you are. Anyway, you can use this to help you do that, and I think that's cool, because people don't really focus on that a lot. When you get hurt, you try to just overcome it and then move on. But what if you really take that and utilize it? Because it was put in your path for that reason. You just went through a whole bunch of shit for nothing. Utilize those tragedies. I know that sounds stupid, but those that do that, you know what I'm talking about. And you're some strong motherfuckers, I bet. My cat's meowing. He's decided to join us, and my ankle just popped at the same time. So anyway, some more about this. It says it connects with your heart and circulatory system. That's always healthy, but that doesn't mean if you have a heart condition, just wear a necklace of this stone and you'll be fine. No, please see your cardiologist. But it does help. It also says it sends energy to the endocrine system, along with curing stomach ulcers, aiding in digestion, helping with autoimmune diseases. So if you had any of those autoimmune diseases, use this. It would really help. People that have carpal tunnel, I've actually seen on the bracelets, it might even be this site, with the Rhodonite bracelets, it talks about how they can help with carpal tunnel. It's interesting. So it says it also helps the body heal from scarring. So that's something new that I just learned, because I scar horribly. I have really, really, really Irish-ass pale skin, and my scars decide to be red for like 5 years. So I'm going to try that. That's cool. And then this part too, that it can take the sting out of insect bites. Summer is coming up. We've got Litha coming up, longest day of the year, and then it will officially be summer, but I called it summer the other day when it hit 92 degrees. So mental and emotional healing properties. If you have anxiety or depression or anything, do not depend on crystals for your mental health alone, please. You can try meditation and your crystals, and if meditation is keeping it at bay, okay. But if it's not and you feel suicidal, as someone, I lost my father to suicide, as someone who has seen everything fall apart because of something someone else chose to do, being a witness to that, I can tell you, if you kill yourself, you're the most selfish motherfucker on the planet. Don't get help. Go to the doctor. Let them get you some meds. Hospitalize you, because we'd rather have you here drugged up than dead. So, side note. So you can use these though, and I talked about using them to overcome grief. They really help, and it's sort of the same thing I said earlier. It's just the same thing right here again, because it's a very emotional crystal stone. That's why I like it so. I love it so much. It's just it embodies to me just serenity, like a warm, loving hug is the best way I can explain it. I know that sounds cheesy and silly, but it's what it feels like. And it's pretty because it has pink. I love when stones and crystals are pink, especially stones, because there aren't as many pink stones. I guess there aren't that many pink crystals either. But it's more rare to see it in a stone, especially solid pink with nothing else. So anyway, it says it can help you if you have issues with abandonment or betrayal or anything negative dealing with relationships. It can help you to get yourself back on track, because that starts with self-love, and that'll help you get yourself right, because you can't be in a loving relationship if you're not right. So metaphysical properties. Again, heart chakra talks about the walls again. And the best way to use this to work on the heart chakra is to meditate, focusing on that chakra while holding the crystal, having the crystal on the chakra, or wearing a necklace with the crystal, or some people even surround themselves in crystals. Whatever you want to do, it is up to you. But this is cool because this talks about, and I talked about the root chakra a little bit in my other video about, what was it about? I think my fire video, I talked about how manifestation gurus, some of them had videos out there on YouTube where they were talking about how supercharging your root chakra can help you manifest anything instantly, and that was like the biggest success secret in life. So I don't know about that. I can't lie to you, I have listened to 2 or 3 root chakra frequency little things while I've slept at night, and I haven't checked my lottery ticket yet. I'm going to check it here in a little bit. I got to go get it out of its hiding place, and perhaps I've supercharged it enough to get it. But those of you that hear me about to burst out laughing, you know why, because I'm saying the word root chakra, and you have to listen to that other video for that story, because I'm not going to tell it again because I'm already making this video too long. But anyway, it says that the rhodonite crystals that come swirled with the darker patches can go with your root chakra. So we know that's, your garnet and your really dark colors, but you can also use the rhodonite crystals that are darker. I don't know why it says crystals because they're stones, but you can use those to, I think they're stones. Anyway, they're confusing me. Anyway, the darker the stone, the closer to that deep red, the better for your root chakra. And just wanted to throw that in there, but it says that this is our place of safety and how we root into the earth beneath our feet, and relates to our sense of security in the world. Make sure you literally ground yourself by rooting your feet in the earth too. So then a stone of love, yes. Positivity, yes. Joy, energy. This is adding power. It says if you feel you need added power and reducing negative energy in your light, you can pair it with sugarlight or sugarlight, however you pronounce it, for even more intense action. So that's a little tip for you. If you feel like you're, just low vibes, negative energy, pair it with that. So that talks about the birthstone. That is not an actual birthstone, but it's suited for Taurus, which would be my husband, and that explains why, and we'll leave all that there because I'm not that astrological, and I've been talking forever. This also says that it's good for Geminis. That's interesting because I'm a Gemini, so I'm going to read this part because I want to know what it says. This rescue stone can sweetly serve the twin nature of the Gemini by inviting healing and balance back into the world. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's funny that Geminis aren't short of compassion and love, but they can become giddy from it as high empaths. And that would help us to direct all that mass love in the right direction. And then it can also be helpful for Virgos who need a little more self-love to shake themselves of that perfectionist behavior. So interesting. And I'll give you this link in case you want to click on that to pick a crystal for your star sign. And then this talks about how to use it. I'm not going to go over how to use crystals with you guys. I've talked forever. I'll just go through the headings. Put them in your home and office. Jewelry. Cleansing them. Please don't forget to do that. And charge them. Consecrate them. That's not on here because that's witchy, but do that. And then final thoughts is basically just summarizing everything we said. Just the main thing about this stone is helping you to be able to receive love by taking down your barriers, helping you heal from trauma, and just helping you sort of balance yourself back out to your normal. And then once you're at that normal level, you can use it to add whatever you want to add, adding more self-love, making your heart chakra stronger, whatever you want to use it for. It's endless. But when you're thinking about those words, joy, compassion, healing, love, any of those kind of keywords that I said, dealing with negative energy, so positivity, when you're thinking about those words, don't forget about Rhodonite, because it can be there to help you out. And that's all I have, which is blessed be.